foods make wonderful skincare products if you're not looking to do anything. If you just want to kind of make your skin feel good on the surface, foods are wonderful. That's the way you should go. In my opinion, bananas. You know, you're not going to get any, you won't get any of the preservatives and the fragrances and all the other stuff. And you'll get a little bit of activity maybe, because obviously there's nutritional value in fruits and in avocados, and etc. So do it yourself. Get a food processor. Make your own moisturizers. Milk, you know, you can cut your fruit up with milk or lemon juice. There's tons of stuff that you could do. It seems silly to me to rub something on your skin, not know what it is, and pay ridiculous amounts of money to do it just because it feels good. All right. So this whole thing about fats and water, obviously it has an important topical relevance, skin relevance. Oh, I told you I was going to tell you about this oil. I love the term baby oil. Baby oil cracks me up. Now, because it's about as unbaby-like as you can imagine. It's a highly processed petroleum derivative, baby oil. It's mineral oil. But because it's such a highly processed ingredient, it is completely inert. So doctors love it. And it's been around now for 150 years. And they use it for all kinds of stuff, baby oil. On top of the skin, baby oil feels good. But the problem with baby oil is it's a highly processed product that's got zippo, nada effects on the skin. It just sits on the surface of the skin. Baby oil is liquid Vaseline. Mineral oil is a thinner version of Vaseline. The problem with Vaseline with mineral oil is they sit on the surface of the skin, and they really sit on the surface of the skin. They seal the skin. And that's the last thing you ever want to do to your skin is seal it up. But because it's inert, doctors love it. And it feels, and because we don't really know what moisture is about, so we rub our finger on our baby oil skin and we think it feels good. Vaseline, by the way, does have some medical application. If you have eczema, you may get some relief from Vaseline because one of the triggers for eczema is water loss. So this is the logic to using Vaseline, by the way, and this is why doctors, dermatologists love Vaseline. It's inert, number one. Consumers don't know really what they're doing when they put it on, and so it feels good. And then number three, because it has this sealing effect, it seals the skin surface, it can slow down or prevent the formation of eczema and certainly give you some relief from eczema. That's the one time, and also for burns too, now that I think about it. Vaseline is used to treat burns sometimes because it has this heavy occluding effect, covering up effect. Baby oil is liquid Vaseline. Classic example of how we put stuff on our skin and we don't even think about what we're actually applying. Okay. 844-236-6010 is our number. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We're coming back with you and your phone calls right after this. Okay, we are back on the bright side. Got lines open for you. 844-236-6010 is our number. Let's go to Brian in New Hampshire. What's up, Brian? Welcome to the bright side. Do I have Brian? No? Brian. Brian. You there?
Ben.
You got Brian?
Ben, yes, I'm here.
Hey, Brian. What's up, man? How you doing? Brian? I don't know what's happening with Brian there.
Still clear?
No, I think we got him here. Brian?
Yeah, Ben, I'm still here.
What's going on, man? You're huffing and puffing there.
I'm just calling. I'm sorry about the reception there. Really quickly. You make a good point when you say creams that feel good aren't good for you. Which I wanted to ask you, is aloe vera something that should be ingested or topically used?
Okay, that's a great question. I didn't say, though, that things that feel good aren't good for you. I never said that. I said that feeling, right? I said feeling good is not a way to make an assessment on a product, even though it's what we all do. You know, I'm feeling good. Okay, that's the only point I was making. Now, it turns out that most of the stuff that we think feels good is not necessarily good for us, but that's not the point I'm making. Dude, you're breathing really hard, man. Did you just run somewhere?
No, I'm holding a microphone up to my mouth.
Okay, all right. So aloe vera is some interesting stuff, really interesting stuff. Aloe vera has got some topical usages because it does have some hydroxy acids in it. You know how acids have an ability to kind of dissolve? I don't know if you've been listening to the program, but we talk about alpha hydroxy acids on this program a lot. There's not exactly there's probably a little bit of alpha hydroxy acid in aloe, but there's acids that dissolve the glue that holds dead skin cells together. Salicylic acid, alpha hydroxy acids, and aloe vera does contain some of those. There's also some minerals in there too in aloe vera, and there's also some polysaccharides, these long sugars that can have a kind of stimulating effect on the skin. So aloe vera is one of those active ingredients that does have some topical ingredients that does have some minor activity, and it's a very interesting ingredient. Now, internally, it does the same thing to your digestive tract. That's why it's so good for your digestive system. It coats and soothes, and it's a little easier to access the lower levels of the tissue inside in your digestive tract than on your skin. Your skin has that barrier. So aloe vera inside also has that same kind of coating and soothing effect. Do you ever use straight aloe vera off of the plant after you shave, or as kind of soothing as a soothing aftershave kind of thing?
I actually do, yes.
It's awesome that way, right? You just break open the leaf. It's really awesome. Now, you always want to allow the oxygen to affect and react with the compounds in the aloe. That way you get more medicinal value out of it, but it can be very, very soothing. Aloe is a stupendously valuable plant, and there's a lot of valuable plants out there, but aloe it's the king of plants. You ever see what it looks like in the field? It looks like a crown, right? Have you ever seen it, Brian?
Yes, I grow I actually grow one in my backyard.
Okay, so you're a fan. You're already a fan of the aloe. Yes, I'm a big fan of the aloe. But it's not necessarily the things that are bad, feel good or bad. It's that if you're going to put something on your skin, you might as well get some benefit out of it. Aloe is one of those ingredients that will get you some of that. Okay?
Oh, and I wanted to just give everybody a note. My fiance purchased your Omega-6 healing cream. Okay. And she highly recommends it. She's a nutritional advisor. She's can't find another product that she would want to recommend, and I highly recommend it.
Oh, that means a lot to me. You know what? Tell her I want to get in touch with her. Will you shoot me an email? Send an email to truthtreatments@gmail.com. Or truth.treatments. I'm sorry, truth.treatments@gmail.com.
You got it.
Okay, I appreciate that. I want to get in touch with her. I'll get her a freebie if she'll jot me a little note or something. Okay? All right. Did we lose Brian? I think Brian's gone. Oh, Brian?
Yeah.
No. Oh, okay. So did you hear what I said? If she...
yes, I did.
Okay, good. All right, I'm going to let you go now. Good to talk to you. Thanks so much for the kind words. Appreciate it.
Hey, thank you, Ben. Have a good one.
All right, Brian. Bye. That was kind of cool. I love unsolicited testimonials. They're the best kind. All right, Reed in Colorado, what's up?
Hey, Ben.
Hey.
I'm 24, 135 pounds, 5'11", and I have very cracky joints.
Oh, hang on. Let me digest that, Reed. You're 5'11", and you're 135?
Yep, 24 or 24 years old, yep.
Now, are you like completely ripped 135, or are you very, very skinny 135?
I'm pretty lean, yeah.
You're pretty lean. Do you run, or what do you do? You must do something if you're 5'11", 135.
Well, I was in high school sports, obviously. I was in 3 sports, but I'm in produce right now, so I lift a lot of stuff. So
Okay, all right. So what's going on?
I'm on the BTT 2.0 and the OsteoFX. I was wondering if you ever heard of diatomaceous earth?
Diatomaceous earth is awesome stuff, but not necessarily as a nutritional supplement, although it does have some benefits there. It's sort of super detox stuff. What were you going to ask about it? I use it in skincare too.
I was just going to see if it would help with the bones, because it's
You're too young to have creaky bones. You're way too young to have creaky bones. What do you do? There must be something else going on, though. I don't like the 5'11", 135. You're at the age of 24. And then, the creaky bones, you're too young for creaky bones.
Yeah. I have very noisy joints, my hips, my knees, ankles.
Something's up there, bro. So first of all, if you're not using fats judiciously, generously, if you're not using fats, you should be getting on fats right away. And by fats, I
eat a lot of hemp seeds, which is, I understand, good in like the omega-3s and 6s.
I'm glad you brought that up. Let me talk about that for a sec. Because yes, it's true. And hemp seed is has the perfect balance of fats, of omega-3s to omega-6s. It's really wonderful stuff. But you're not going to get your needs met from hemp seeds. You know what I'm saying? It's just because a food has everything you need, or it's a power food, like it's a well-balanced food, like hemp seed is a well-balanced food, doesn't mean that you're going to get the amount that you need from it. That brings me. Do you ever hear of these whole food vitamins? Have you heard of these things, whole food vitamins?
Yeah,
they're vitamins that come from whole foods. And there are people that sell them, and they raise this very interesting point, and it makes sense. They say, well, the whole food, you get everything you need. It's balanced. It has all cofactors, and they're right. But what they don't tell you is you don't get the amount that you need. So yes, whole food vitamins obviously are better than somebody putting it together in a formula. That's silly. Everybody knows that. That's just common sense. But what they don't tell you is you can't get the amounts that you need. You'd have to eat the whole bottle of this stuff. And so hemp seeds are the same way. Yes, hemp seeds are great, but you're not going to get the EFAs that you need. So clearly you have a fat issue. Are you having any issues around fat malabsorption, digestion, or any of that stuff?
I've been having, good stool lately, but...
crampy, bloaty, feel uncomfortable at all? Try doing a bunch... Here's something that you might want to think of, okay? Try doing a bunch of fat, do a bunch of coconut oil, and see if you notice that you don't feel good. How come you and Doc Wallach disagree on the whole coconut oil thing? Well, let me finish. I'll answer that question in a second, but let me finish. Do some kind of fat. It could be butter, anything, just to see where you're at, where your tolerance level is. If you notice you feel sick after you have a certain amount of fat, there's a chance that you're not processing fats correctly. Other than that, you don't necessarily even need to do that. Personally, I would be just getting a bunch of EFAs, start using my EFAs, throw in my fatty nutrients, vitamin A, as well as vitamin D, are especially significant for bone and joints, making sure I was getting out there and getting some sun, and then using the digestive enzymes with all kinds of fatty foods. I'll tell you about the coconut oil thing when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the
Be sure to visit GCNlive.com today.
Okay, we are back. Talking to Reed. Where are you, Reed, in Colorado?
Evans.
Oh, you're in Evans. Okay, cool. I don't know where I put Reed here. I think I just... All right, so here's the deal on coconut oil, Reed. And Doc Wallach is not the only guy who says, be careful of oils. The point is about oils, and we've been talking about how fats are different from water here for probably about a month now, or 3 weeks anyway. Fats carry this electrical cloud of energy with them. And whenever you carry an electrical cloud of energy around, it's volatile. This is what makes fats valuable, is that they have a certain amount of energy to them. Now, not all fats do. There's a difference between unsaturated fats and saturated fats. Unsaturated fats, your liquid fats, are particularly energetic. They have lots of energy associated with them, and that makes them very unstable.
They have a double bond.
Exactly. Are you a chemist? You got some chemistry going on here?
I took a few chemistry classes, yeah.
Good deal. It's about the double bond. Now, if you're a chemist, I'm definitely not going to get into bonding, although that is the most incredible phenomena, bonding. It's really what reality is all about, is bonding, and understanding the nature of bonding is really what it takes to be a chemist. That's basically what chemistry is, understanding the nature of bonding. But I'm not going to get into that. It is the double bond, yes. The double bond has lots and lots and lots of electrical energy. It's like two magnets stick together. A bond is like a magnet, right? Or it's like two magnets. Do you ever put two magnets together? You know what I'm talking about? You get two little magnets, you put them together. They go together. Now, if you put the opposite sides of them together, like the positive to the positive, they kind of repel, right? But if you force them together, it turns out with carbon, when you force it together, you can create a bond. But because it doesn't really want to be there, it breaks up very readily. So that bonding is very unstable. It's like magnets that don't want to be next to each other. Mm-hmm. With double bond, you have twice as much of this magnetic power. Now that energy can you know how there's like kind of an energy between the two magnets when you're pushing them together? You can feel sort of, right? That's the energy of life. That's how the body has figured out how to capture that energy. This is all biochemistry, okay? It's just two magnets stuck together that don't want to be together, that somehow are together. How that happens is another story. That's another miracle. right? So they are together, but they don't want to be together.